Well, the emphasis on international football this week. The cross-border Setanta Cup continued last night, but it wasn't a good evening for the Irish League clubs. Defeats were Glentoran, Dungannon Swiss and Portadown. Only Linfield managed to salvage something from their game at the Brandywell.
Linfield's unbeaten run in this year's Setanta Cup looked like coming to an end in the first half at Derry City. Without several key players through injuries, suspensions and international duty, the Blues went behind when Pat McCourt set up the chance for Gary Beckett to whip the ball past stand-in keeper Greg Shannon. And Derry doubled their lead in the second half as McCourt ran in from the right to fire a superb effort into the far side of the Linfield net. 2-0 down with less than half an hour to go. But Linfield fought on and were eventually rewarded when Glenn Ferguson crossed the ball and Aidan O'Kane headed in to restore some hope with 15 minutes left. And 10 minutes later, it was Ferguson again who won the ball and Mark Dixon poked in the equaliser. In fact, Linfield might even have won the match very near the end, but they'll be happy to have taken a point from a very difficult game.
Now, Linfield and Derry City played out a thrilling 2-2 draw in their Setanta Cup match last night. Both sets of fans enjoyed a special evening at the Brandywell, a sporting occasion which a couple of years ago wouldn't have seemed possible. Kieran Turish was there.
It's a tie Linfield relish, doing battle with Derry City. This match came on a day of new hope at Stormont, a point not lost on the Blues' boss as he looked forward to the game.
The most pleasing thing is that it's pretty normal now. You know, there's not the hype or the expectation of what may go wrong. People are now talking about the football.
A huge amount of work goes on behind the scenes to make sure Linfield fans are brought in and out of Brandywell safely. But there was one window open last night. The Linfield fans, however, were in buoyant mood.
Well, if you had said to me 10 years ago we'd stand in the Brandywell, I wouldn't have believed you. So now we'll be able to go to Drakenham and come down here, and that's the way it should be.
The day was a magnificent day, I think, for the people in the north, whoever they are, whatever they are. And I think that they see this going on as normal. You know, I think it's fantastic, to tell you the truth.
With the diplomacy over, it was down to battle. And Gary Beckett showed just why he's so important to the City faithful. After the break, Derry went 2 ahead through another superb strike. Paddy McCourt left the home fans delirious. But just when Linfield fans thought they'd had their chips, they came storming back. Glenn Ferguson's perfect cross headed home by Aidan O'Kane. And with 5 minutes remaining, Linfield striker Mark Dixon grabbed the headlines with this equaliser. A thrilling contest enjoyed by two fans with divided loyalties.
Oh, great atmosphere. This is what football's all about. Two good teams, two good sets of supporters, and a good night had by all.
A great atmosphere, and even my colleague beside me here looks reasonably happy.
And that just about summed up the mood. Kieran Turish, BBC Newsline, Brandywell.
Yes, good night all.